Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So last week I got the chance to go to an Essence fall winter launch event, and they sent us home with a huge bag of their new goodies. And Essence is always incredibly generous with their PR events. So I thought I would do a little bit of an unbagging unboxing so you could see what exactly is coming up that's new for the brand. Essence has two new mascaras in their lineup, and they are the Forbidden Volume mascaras. One of them is a conical wand, which is my preference for mascara for sure, because you can really get into those little fine baby eyelashes towards the inner corner of your eye. And the other one is called the Forbidden Volume Rebel mascara. And this is one of those more like, they call them chaotic mascara wands. And I think it's just intended to create kind of volume in every which way. You don't have to use it so it looks like you went crazy with your eyelashes, but it is intended to create even more volume. They also released a top coat, and this is intended to be used with any mascara, so you don't have to mix and match with Essence's products. This has little fibers inside it, so it is intended to not only lengthen your lashes, but also refresh your mascara as well. I'll be curious to try this out because I've never really tried a top coat before, so I don't really know what to expect from it. I tend to just wear my mascara all day long and never really refresh or think about it, so it's interesting to try new products. Next up are two eye pencils, and these are 2-in-1 eyeshadow and liner, and they are waterproof. I have more of a paler shade here, which is called Light Me Up, and this more, it's a bit of a deeper champagne, is called Peach Perfect. I definitely would not call this one peach though. These are waterproof and supposed to be blendable. I'm really not sure I would ever use these as a liner just because the shades are so pale. But I would absolutely use these as a base, and I'm really curious to try the palest one and see if it can compare with my NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk. Next up, we have two dip eyeliners, and one comes in a waterproof formula and the other one's just a regular. It says an ultra soft tip, and it is a soft tip, but I do think that the tip is just a little bit too thick for my personal preference. I prefer a much finer point so I can really get a sharp wing. So if you are a fan of dip eyeliners, you might want to look into this if you don't necessarily need a very fine tip. For me, as a personal preference, dip eyeliners are not for me. For whatever reason, I just find when I apply it, the wand gets all over my lashes, and then I gotta comb that out. Dip is just not for me. I much prefer the pen style eyeliners. Which, speaking of that, Essence has also released a super fine point waterproof liquid liner, and I am so thankful for that. This one has an especially sharp tip. It is super fine, super long, and very easy to wing out your liner. I'm really happy about this one. So Essence has also released these kohl sort of sticks, and they have them for eyeshadow, which is the more like, there's a white here. I know they have a black and a brown, so basic eye shades. And then they've also released them as lipstick / liner, which I think is intriguing because I've only ever heard of them being as considered a kohl. You can use these to outline your lips and then fill them in with the side of it, but these scare me. I've never been drawn to these because there's no real way to sharpen this tip, and the product that you're looking at is all that you get. So I feel like I would get a third of the way down this product and then I can't use it anymore because you just lose the edge. I haven't tried it out, so this is all based on, my thoughts, but they really scare me. Like, even just putting it back in, I am terrified that I'm going to break the tip off on this thing. But I guess we'll see when I actually try them out. So I have long heard people rave about Essence's eyeshadow primer. I've just never gotten around to using it. I seem to have way too many eyeshadow primers in my collection. Even though I use 2 a day, it takes me almost a year to finish up a full eyeshadow primer. So I was really excited to see that they gave us their I Heart Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Primer. And I'm guessing this is pretty similar to NYX's Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk in the sense that it is a primer, but it's got some added color to it. So I'm really excited to try this out. As I've mentioned before, I've never found an eyeshadow primer that works on its own for me anymore. And I'm only repeating this in case you're new to my channel, but I have to double up eyeshadow primer every single day. Nothing seems to work. NARS, Urban Decay, Max, Painterly Paint Pot, nothing works on its own. But I've heard people with really, really oily eyelids say that this works for them. So, or the original primer, I should say. So I'm really excited to try this one out, especially since it intensifies color, because we all know I enjoy my color. All right, next up is this Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. And I think they only have the one color right now. This is called 10 Be My Highlight. And I've heard my friend Samantha Jane here on YouTube rave about this highlighter for, I guess it's a few weeks now. So I'm really excited to get to play around with it. It looks a little bit deep to me right now, so I think it will work for my summer skin. I'm just not really sure about the winter. But it does really sort of pale out and sheer out, so I think it's really nice to have a highlighter at the drugstore that's, how much is this thing? $5.49. And I really can't think of a lot of brands at the drugstore that do a highlighter. So this is exciting. All right, Essence has also had some shade updates to their nail polish line, and I'm not a huge nail polish person, but I do like the Essence polishes. They are just one of the easier brands to reach for because the brush is fantastic and the formula is really, it's not too thick, it's not too thin. You don't usually need like 3-4 coats or something. They're just one of those flawless products that you know you can reach for without having to think about it. And at the event, they tried on some of the new polishes, and this one is Ice Cream Party, and this is the one that I'm wearing today. And it's this gorgeous pale creamsicle color, and I just really like, honestly, all these shades. Well, maybe not the pink. The pink's a little bubblegum for me. We'll put that one aside. But there's like a pale gray, and this one is called Gray Zone. And then this sort of nude pale color is Dream On. So I'm really excited about these colors. And in case you're actually wondering, the pink is called Be Awesome Tonight. Okay. Anyway, yeah, these colors are the ones I'm really excited about. I just looked at my sheet. It turns out some of those nail polish colors are Loblaws exclusive. So if you're in Canada, you can head over to Loblaws, or I think it's Great Canadian Superstore, and look for those shades. The next items do seem to be Loblaws exclusives, which is kind of cool, but also a little bit inconvenient for some people. Next up is the Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray. It's really nice to see an inexpensive brand release a product that almost only high-end brands have come out with right now. I know there are some fixing sprays by like Maybelline and L'Oreal, but I think their price tags are somewhere in between 10 to 20 bucks. This guy's $4.99. That's really good. I'm excited to try this out because even though it's the very end of summer here in Toronto, it's still deathly hot on some days. I think yesterday it was like feels like 38 Celsius, and I'm just not having it. So I've been avoiding wearing foundation to work because it just melts off my face by the time I get in. I think I'll give this a shot tomorrow and see how it goes, and whether or not I'm a melty cake face by the time I get into the office. Next up are the BB Beauty Balms. Wait, why did they say that twice? BB is Beauty Balm, so why would it be a BB Beauty Balm? Anyway, I have 3 of the available 5 shades. This beautiful coral one here is called Sweet Dreams. The red is called Heartbreaker, and the sort of mid-tone mauve brown pink is called Keep It Real. These smell really sweet, and they are touted as like a lip gloss, but I think they're a little bit more, they have like a bit of a creamy texture, and it's not super shiny, although it is a bit of a gloss texture. They're not like a MAC lip gloss. They're not that reflective. So I think these are really easy for on the go, and it's nice to have a new product in a squeezable tube for a lip gloss instead of dipping a wand constantly back in. I far prefer this for this kind of glossy lip texture. Next up is a lip oil that is also a Loblaws exclusive. This is called the Prettifying Lip Oil, and my shade is First Help Pinky? First Help, comma, Pinky. Okay, I don't get it. Anyway, these lip oils are becoming pretty popular at the drugstore, and I'm really enjoying this easy to wear, hydrating lip thing. I think it was Quo just released one with their summer collection, and it's sort of the same kind of color, but it doesn't really go on as a color. Actually, I've said that. Let me see if it actually happens that way. Yeah, it's pretty, there's not a whole lot of color there. This is mostly going to be a hydrating lip oil for when your lips are feeling particularly chapped. Also new for Essence is the fact they finally launched their e-commerce website, and I think it goes into full effect in September. So with that, they're releasing a few exclusives. So some of that Loblaws, some of it you can get at Shoppers Drug Mart, and some of it's only online. But one of the ones that excites me the most, of course, is always eyeshadow, and they have some shade updates, I believe, to the Velvet eyeshadows. I think I've tried out this formula before. I've just never seen these colors. Anyway, these Velvet eyeshadows are gorgeous. The two that I have are Bahama-Mama and You're the Greyest. And of course, they have this beautiful little pattern on it that we know we're all suckers for. In swatching these, the texture it's very smooth, and the color is definitely there. I'm really happy to see like a pale aqua shade actually have some punch to it. Now, checking out the gray, the pigmentation is there. They are a little bit powdery, but I think that will be pretty much resolved with the eyeshadow base that they included in this launch. Now, if there's one thing that I can say that all my beauty blogger friends were interested in from this Essence launch was the lip liners. And I've never tried them, but everybody goes on about these things. So I guess I'm gonna be trying them pretty darn soon. They are the long-lasting lip liners, and these are apparently an e-commerce exclusive as well. I have these shades, Ready for Red and Sweetheart. So I'm curious to give these a try because I feel like everybody goes on about them. And lastly, we have the Essence Mosaic Blushes, and I think most people were pretty excited about this. I have All You Need Is Pink and the Berry Connection, and I believe they only have 2 shades so far, but it's not hard to see why people were so excited about these. They not only have multiple colors in them, they also have an imprint, which, I mean, how are you gonna say no to that? I really hope they expand this blush range because these are $3.99 and they are gorgeous, and I can't wait to use them. All right, that's it. That's everything that I received from the PR launch for Essence's fall and winter collection. Let me know if there's anything in here that you're particularly interested in, because I'm trying to sort of suss out what would make a good blog review. I'm thinking particularly those blushes because they are gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.